The Gratsch Choir's 2023 Christmas cantata, which will be performed in 14 cities in Korea this winter, was held this week in Gangneung, Jeoj, Changwon, and Goyang. There were performances at the Gangneung Arts Center on November 26, at the Jeoj Culture and Arts Center on the 27th, at Seongsan Art Hall in Changwon on the 28th and 29th, and at Aram Nori in Goyang from the 30th to December 3rd. With the audience's expectations, the entire performance filled the auditorium, and the Gratsch Choir's excellent skills and musicality stood out, receiving great love from the audience, from the opera-style first act to the choral-style mountain curtain. After the act, Pastor Ok-soo Park, founder of the Gratsch Choir, conveyed the meaning of Christmas to the audience.
The melody, the atmosphere of the person singing, and the play were so detailed, that the audience were truly moved.
At the end, Pastor Ok-soo Park came out and talked about sin.
They very moved by the fact that Jesus washed us all with his blood and that we are not sinners.
The 2023 Christmas Cantata National Tour is scheduled to continue with performances in Jinju and Bisan next week. On the 27th, the Eswatini branch was invited to the 12th National Assembly inauguration ceremony of the Kingdom of Eswatini in South Africa and conducted mind education. During Pastor Ok-soo Park's visit to South Africa last November, new national leaders were appointed, and the new Prime Minister of Umniso Russell Dlamini asked Pastor Ok-soo Park for prayers. At an event attended by the Prime Minister, Senate President, and National Assembly members, Missionary King Tae-guk gave a lecture on the topic Design Your Future from a New Perspective. And while being allocated a long time of about 1 hour and 30 minutes, the Eswatini government provided mind education. It showed that it is important. The National Assembly of Eswatini said that mind education is a key element in national development and requested that each government department, including the Cabinet of Ministers, continue to implement it. On November 28, a joint worship service was held at Good News Jinju Church, with Pastor Ok-soo Park invited. There were testimonies from believers, and Pastor Ok-soo Park preached about the power and grace given by God on the topic of 2 Kings 5. Afterwards, a prayer for the laying on of hands was held for the saints. Jinju church members said that Pastor Ok-soo Park's visit was a great help to them ahead of the upcoming Christmas Cantata Jinju performance on December 5th. Thailand's Good News Bangkok Church held a Bible seminar in 5 districts from November 9th to 25th. This event was held under the theme of Healing the Heart with the Bible, and the church members carried out everything from renting the space to inviting guests, and about 250 new people attended on the day. After the play and a special performance by the Caesarea Choir of the Bangkok Church, Pastor Hakil Kim, senior pastor of the Bangkok Church, preached the gospel. Afterwards, they attended Sunday services, adding to the joy of church. Kiribati Good News Tarawa Church conducted a 2-day workshop from November 27th to 28th for youth leaders from 22 outer islands of the Kiribati Christian Church, the largest denomination in Kiribati. This workshop was requested by General Assembly President Pastor Baronite during Pastor Ok-soo Park's visit last September. Pastor Tahyun Yoon of Tarawa Church preached the gospel in the gospel class, and Sunday school teachers conducted Sunday school teacher training. Good News Tarawa Church plans to continue holding workshops for young leaders in Tarawa, the capital island, following the outer islands. Good News Corporation members from the Kenyan Nakuru branch and Nakuru Church members went on a radio missionary trip for 5 days and 4 nights from November 20th to 25th. Each team visited large and small villages in Kenya to spread the gospel, and also met with pastors, district councillors, and mayors in each region to introduce UEF and spread the gospel. They preached the gospel and testified that God had prepared everything they needed for the trip, including providing lodging and meals. It was a time when they could feel God's desire to spread the gospel to even small villages in Kenya. On the 25th, the Good News Taiwan Church held a Latin American cultural exchange event. Various performances were held to decorate the event, and afterwards, Pastor Tae Sik Bayan of the Taiwan branch delivered a message about the true meaning of Christmas, when Jesus was born. A total of 60 participants had a great time experiencing Latin American food, salsa dancing, and traditional costumes. The Taiwan branch said that this event served as an opportunity for continued exchange with the Latin American community in Taiwan. The GNM Uganda branch held the second volunteer orientation for the Passover festival on Saturday, December 9. Approximately 200 college students attended the orientation held at the EF Kampala Church and included various programs such as ice breaking, EF promotional videos, rites performances by overseas volunteer members, and mind lectures. Pastor Evans then went on to say, "I talked about becoming aware of myself through the 5 stages of the heart. When volunteers realize their true self, especially through the word, they can change the life of the nation." He gave a lecture on the world of the mind, saying, "You can become agree." The GNM Uganda branch expressed its thoughts that it will continue to use volunteers to create programs such as an academy for volunteers, and that it will continue to work together with volunteers in the work of the gospel even after the Passover event.